Hey, what is going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and today I want to make an informative video to basically help you guys out in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, just how to get into easier lobbies, how to get into noob lobbies, because skill-based matchmaking is a bitch. This is the best way to bypass skill-based matchmaking, trick it almost in sort of a way that you can get into easy lobbies even if you have a really good KD. Because skill-based matchmaking is ruining this game for me, it's ruining this game for many others, but when you use this method, you can actually get into lobbies that are much easier. So basically, all you want to do is just play a couple games of domination, play one or two, whatever you want to do, whatever game mode you enjoy, and look at the leaderboard. Take a picture of the leaderboard after the match and see whoever has the worst KD in that game. And whoever has pretty bad KDs, whether it be below like a 1 KD, in my opinion is pretty bad in its own right. Anyone below 1, go into your recent players, right? You can see your recent players when you press Y on the menu screen. You can go over to the right, recent players, and find a lobby that's joinable with those recent players directly after that match. And the reason why I say directly after that match is because usually directly after the match, they put you into a different lobby, right? Because they don't want you to be in the same lobby, because if you could stay in the same lobby, then you could do this and just not have to worry about it. But with this method, you have to continuously do this after every game, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's still a method you can do. Find a lobby that they're just joining into the lobby screen with that says, in a lobby, so not in a party but in a lobby, because if they're in a lobby, that means they're actually about to get into a game. Because sometimes I join a party and they're just sitting at the menu screen and it's like, okay, I don't want to do this. But when you do this, it'll put you into their game. They'll be the hosts of the game. They'll basically be the ones who brought you into it. And if their KD is shit, now this doesn't work every time, because the thing is, sometimes they might do bad in one game, but that doesn't mean they have a bad overall KD, or doesn't mean they're trash player overall. Or you can get put into a lobby that still has some pretty good players here and there. It happens. Not every single lobby is going to be some insanely easy, like, noob fest. But I was really lucky in this game here. In the game I got into, everyone felt like they were a bot. I literally just was destroying them all. But of course, you have like 1 or 2 players who still are quite competent. You could have players doing the same thing you're doing, therefore they are still pretty good. But this is the best way to bypass the skill-based matchmaking, because we know it exists in this game. I'm not too sure exactly how it exists. I believe there was some tests. Sometimes it has to do with, you know, the previous 5 games that you had, or your overall KD sometimes takes that into account. Obviously, connection always, it prioritizes that, but it still is annoying when you get put into these lobbies that are very sweaty, and it's like, this is ridiculous. Another thing, do not rely on their overall level as a way to say whether or not they're good or not, because trust me, you will get into lobbies where there'll be level 155s who will suck ass. You will come across that. Just because they're 155 or even anything above 100 does not mean they're good. It means they're most likely better, yes, than someone who's a much lower rank, but they could still be pretty ass. There's people who have like 0.6 KDs and they play this game every day because they have fun, because that's just how some people are. But for me personally, I only really have fun when I'm doing good. So when you come across a COD that's very different than any other COD in terms of the way it's kind of forcing you to play against really sweaty people, you don't have fun. That's the thing, because you're getting destroyed. I mean, sometimes you can do pretty good, right? I normally do pretty good. My KD is pretty solid, but I can't destroy lobbies, you know what I mean? Like, I can do that in any other COD. Maybe not a few CODs, maybe like Advanced Warfare or another game with skill-based matchmaking, it could be a little more difficult to do it. But when you have a game like Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, COD 4, whatever it may be, I am destroying lobbies. I'm making them like eat dirt off my foot. And yes, you might be like, oh, this keeps the casual players safer. Well, fuck the casual player, man. Just come on, let us all enjoy the game. And look, back then, people still loved it, and we didn't have skill-based matchmaking. Even the casuals loved it back then. I did say the casuals loved it even more back then when we didn't have skill-based matchmaking. So I think it's just a much better way to play the game when it doesn't have it. But unfortunately, you know what Activision wants to do. They want to support these shitty players. Therefore, skill-based matchmaking is going to stay in the game. I don't think yelling at Joe C. Codd or Ashton Williams is going to do anything about it, unfortunately. I think they're going to keep it in the game. But for now, I think this is the best way to bypass it, so you can get into lobbies where people suck and you can have a great time. And because I did this today, probably the best 2 hours I've ever had in Modern Warfare of all time. Because previously, I didn't really do this method. I knew about it, but I was like, that doesn't sound like something I want to do after every game. I just want to play the damn game. But I realized this is just going to make the game so much more enjoyable, because I'm going to be feasting every game, and that's so much more fun to me. I mean, if you want to call me a douchebag for that, like, oh, you just want to pick on the little kids, I don't care. Like, grow up. It's a fucking video game. Let me have some fun. That's just the whole point of it, is to just have fun. And, you know, you get better the more you play against better players. So these shitty kids who I'm stomping on, they'll get better eventually if they just keep playing. But they're not going to get better if they're just playing against other shitty players. Yeah, they might have more fun, but they're just getting destroyed anyways. So it's just a whole loop, and you're just ruining it for the players like me. So I really recommend doing this. I really recommend trying it. You know, if you don't want to, you don't have to, of course. But if you really want to just pub stomp, maybe get a nuke or something like that, this is the best way to do it, because I've been doing this method for the past 2 hours. It can get kind of annoying though, because sometimes you can't find the person in your recent players, or their thing isn't joinable, or their thing is full, or they jump over to a different game mode and they bring you with them and you're like, shit. But honestly, the way I see it is, as long as I'm playing like the game modes I enjoy, then I don't care. I will play it, because you're playing against people who are basically bots for the most part. Of course, you'll get into lobbies where the people are pretty good every now and then, but there's also the lobbies where people literally, they feel like they have no thumbs, and it's hilarious playing against people like that. And it's more fun. I gotta be honest, it's more fun. I hope next game, I hope Treyarch decides not to do skill-based matchmaking. I'm sure it's Activision's decision at the end of the day, but I really, really do hope that they think about it and maybe just don't include it. That would be really, really nice if they did that, but I don't think they will. I think we're probably going to see skill-based matchmaking of some sort, unfortunately. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the quick little video. I just want to let you guys know that this is something you can do and something you should do, and trust me, it'll make your experience in this game a lot better. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.